Okay, so what's up, guys? Whoa, what's going on here? Yeah, so you guys remember that Worgen Druid I made a while back and leveling up, and we were playing it. It was fun times. Yeah, we're doing that again. We're finally doing that again after a bit of a unforeseen break. You guys know how those things tend to happen. So we're back. We are in Darkshore because I asked you guys to vote on which zone you wanted me to go to next, and Darkshore won, so we're going to do that. And here we are. Darkshore is actually a zone I don't really recall ever leveling in, believe it or not. I've never really done a lot of the elven stuff, so this is a little bit new for me. And yeah, that's what's up. That's what is happening now. I'm excited to finally do this again, and actually do something new, and also just kind of, you know, come back and try to level up some here. Hey, there's actually another person who's doing the same thing. They also are a Worgen Druid. Hey, small world, huh? Small world. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I've I've been on a break. It was really wasn't. I guess I shouldn't say a break. A break is not the right word to use. It's more like a I've been preoccupied with life stuff, honestly, is the best way to explain it. And if you've checked out my latest Lily Blind episode, which was the video that I posted right before this one, then you know all about it. But basically, I was working at a job. I was going through I was going through a work rehabilitation program because I'm visually impaired, and finding work is tricky for us blind people. And so, you know, I do this and it's fun, but this is more of a hobby, something I do for fun than it is for anything else. So, you know, I was looking for a job, trying to get some help, and it was a crazy time-consuming process that really went nowhere. Thank you to the work rehabilitation tax dollars that are put into those things. You know, it really is going to something great. But no, seriously, I shouldn't be mean. But, you know, it just didn't work out for me. Let's just say that. And, you know, just took up a lot of my time, all that kind of stuff. And then I got a job that was really cool. And I was actually working at a Walgreens. It was, like, right close to my house. And whoops. Oh, I don't know what that was all about. But the Walgreens job was awesome. I did that for quite a while. It was a really good experience. It was just a Walgreens job, you know, like it wasn't anything crazy. Like I wasn't like running Walgreens or anything. Like, but you know, I was really happy. I really liked the people I was working with, and that took up some time, you know. And but the big thing is, the job kind of was really strenuous on my eyes. The things that I had to do, like reading the tags and everything. Like my vision is really freaking bad. Like it's really bad. Like I'm very close to being completely blind, honestly, and I don't like to, you know, I don't like to whine about it or you know, draw too much attention to it, other than the attention that I draw to it by making videos and stuff and talking about it. But, you know, like, I don't like to, like, use it as an excuse, is what I'm trying to say. I certainly don't like to make it a crutch or anything like that. But, you know, I would go to work, you know, at Walgreens, and, you know, I would come home and have to take, like, over an hour of sitting in a dark room to recover, like, because my eyes were hurting so bad. Like, it was really bad. Like, you know, I talked to my eye doctor about it, you know, asked him, you know, was there something wrong or anything like that, and basically he just said, you know, you're straining your eyes, and that's just, you know, your eyes are really bad. Obviously, you're nearsighted, and when you look at things far away, or you're looking at small things a lot, it's gonna hurt your head, it's gonna hurt your eyes, and you're gonna have that, you know, happen, and there's really nothing you can do about it, unfortunately. So that was kind of the thing. And, you know, I don't think there could have been any long-term damage if I keep it going, so I'm not going to be like, you know, say, like, claim that. But, you know, at the same time, it was just really, like, it was turning into, like, it was getting worse. Like, it was happening quicker because my eyes were just always so tired. Like, it would, like, at first it was, like, by lunch, I would start to feel it, like, which was, like, a halfway through the shift. And then, like, eventually it was like, you know, within the first hour, I would start to feel it by the end there. And so it was getting so bad that I, like, you know, I had to, you know, I had to step down, just talking to my family and my you know, my girlfriend at the time, who is now my fiance, about it. You know, like, it just seemed like the right thing to do, to step down and try to find something else. So that's kind of like, that's where I've been, honestly. Like, it just being completely honest. I'm not trying to, you know, throw out all my business or anything, but, you know, I feel like I owe somewhat of an explanation, you know, because I like making videos a lot, and I just wasn't, and you know, I don't like to make promises. That's why I don't like making promises like, I'm going to release videos every week, or I'm going to release videos all the time. Like, I'm going to try, is what I always say. And, like, you know, and then it doesn't always work out that way, because life kind of, you know, life is life, and things happen. And, you know, if this was my full-time job, man, I would, like, you know, I would do it. I would, you know, there would have never been a problem, because I would just do videos. But, like, you know, just looking for other things to do in the meantime, and do this for fun, you know. And that's kind of like, YouTube has always been something I enjoy doing for fun, and you know, if it ever becomes anything more, you know, with a lot of hard work and with the support of everybody, like, I have, like, it's crazy how supportive people are. Like, you guys are very supportive, and, like, I really appreciate that so many people stick around here and, like, watch my videos. And, like, I've had so many people like, are you coming back? Are you gonna make more videos? And, like, heck yeah, dude. Like, I really appreciate that. It's really encouraging, you know. Like, it, besides loving doing this stuff as it is, like, I you know, I can't thank you guys enough for being encouraging about it, you know, like, sticking around and stuff like that, because, you know, going so long, like, without any new videos, like, I don't know, it's like a few months, like, is it's not something I'd like to do. Like, it's not what I wanted to do, but it's just kind of like what happened, and the fact that, you know, people still stuck around, and people still watch my videos and ask about it and stuff like that, means a lot. I mean, it's really cool that people like to watch my stuff, and so, like, it makes me want to do it even more. Like, and that's kind of like, you know, that's where it is. Like, it's just you know, I want to make videos, and, like, if, you know, I always want to make videos, and hopefully, you know, the next time I find work, and if it's not this, if it's something else, like, you know, I hope that it doesn't eat away at this time. You know, like, honestly, if I could find something, if I do find something, you know, soon, I mean, based on how long it took me before, it's hard to say, but, like, I need to take care of my inventory. But, like, if I do find something, when I find something, I really hope that it doesn't eat away at my time to do it, because I love doing this stuff. This is something I love doing, and I love that people like to watch my stuff, so that makes me do it all the more. So, you know, but honestly, like, that's where I've been. That's what's, you know, that's what's been going on. I do apologize for like, it's honestly, like, it's not just been the past few months, honestly. It's been, oh yeah, I can't use a mount yet. Duh. It's been longer than, like, it's been on and off for, like, the past year or so. Like, and that's honestly because for the past year or so I've been dealing with this, and that's why. So I do apologize. And but, you know, on the bright side, I am in fact engaged now, and I'm excited. We plan to get married sometime next year, and really just, you know, just over the moon about that. And that's another big part of why I do this, because I have a fiance that encourages me to do what I love, and you know, really wanted to see me start making videos again. So, you know, that's another reason why I really wanted to get back into it. So, like, I've had a lot of support. You know, people that love me, people in my life that are close to me, encourage me. You guys, you know, sticking around and inquiring about it, you know, and then just finally having the time and the energy without having eye strain, you know, because, like, you know, quite frankly, like, as much as I love doing this stuff, you know, when I was having the eye strain, the last thing I wanted to do was get on the computer and play games. Like, I wasn't hardly playing any games there for a little bit. Like, it was on and off, you know. I think I played Breath of the Wild, you know, and that was amazing. And I played that, like, while I was working, and that was fun. But that's about it. Like, I really haven't played a lot of games until, you know, more recently. I started getting back into Warcraft, which is, you know what, surprisingly, is doing pretty good. I mean, Legion actually isn't so bad. Like, it's, you know, I remember when patch, what is it, patch 7.2 came out. Like, I remember checking out, and at first, honestly, I was a little bit underwhelmed, but it's because, like, they gated things. Like, they're like, here, we'll give you a little bit of the patch, and then we'll give you a little bit more later, and I was like, eh. So, like, day one, I was a little unimpressed, and then I came back, like, maybe a week or two later, and like I was impressed. Like I was really happy. Like there's just a lot of fun stuff to do, and especially like when they really like I really got back in. Like when I really started to play a lot more was 7.2.5. Like that really, for whatever reason, like I think it's because they added in like, you know, making it easier to level up your alts, that kind of stuff, because like, you know, the artifact knowledge stuff got really easy, like, which was great finally. Like, because I really enjoy this game when it's alt friendly, because I like to play, as you can see, I like to play multiple classes, and you know, I don't like just logging into the one character and doing the same thing every day. I like to mess around with different characters, and that's part of why I like the game. I like it a lot when I get to do that. So, you know, when they added all that stuff in where I could like easily level alts, like between, hey, excuse me, I'm trying to get somewhere, thank you very much. But when they added in like the artifact knowledge catch-up mechanics, and then they added in the Legion invasions, a lot of that kind of stuff, and the flying, it just really made the game a lot more fun for me. Like, you know, it's cool at first, like in the early stages of the expansion. You know, I understand why there's no flying and no heirlooms and that kind of stuff, because, you know, you want to pace things out so that you can really enjoy it. You don't want to just like fly through it, you know, like we did in Cataclysm. Like, I mean, I flew through that stuff in Cataclysm. Okay, we need to get rid of our inventory stuff. You know, like I flew through the game in Cataclysm, and it, you know, it was fine. Like there were some neat things, like going to Vashir was really cool. You know, but at the same time, the heck are these daggers? I don't know. Don't need to keep them though. You know, but at the same time, like, it just really wasn't all that great, you know, in the long run. And so, like, I get why, you know, having things sort of gated and having things kind of slowed down a little bit is a good thing. But then on the flip side of that, like, it's really cool when you finally can fly, when you finally can level up a little bit quicker, because after you've done something, you know, even one more time, like the second time is never as good as the first time. Like, I can't think of very many experiences where, you know, especially like when it comes to the, I guess, sort of tedious aspects of it, like, you know, when you're leveling up a second character, for example, it's never as really truly as exciting as it was the first time. Even when you go to new areas, like it's cool going to new areas, like, because like when you level up an alt, you'll go to like a place that you hadn't been before, but it's still kind of tedious. It's still kind of like, I'm still doing the same kind of thing. It's just nice to go to a new area. So, you know, like, I get why they do it, but like I said, when you can finally speed things up, you know, and kind of plow through it a little bit faster with your alts and get to where you really want to get, which is like max level, and see what that alt can really do, it's nice being able to do it quickly. Like, I've almost leveled up all my Horde characters to 110, which is really cool. What am I doing? Do I need to kill... wait a minute. There it is. That was easy. You know, so it's really cool. Like, I think I've only got like 3 or 4 left to go to get on the 110, and slowly but surely I'm getting there. What I like to do is, you know, because I still don't have as much time as I used to have when it comes to playing this game, like, I like to keep an eye on the invasion timer. Like, I have a mod that tells me in 10 hours is when the next Legion invasion starts. So anytime I'm on a character, I can see that. And so when the next Legion invasion starts, I'll switch on to my leveling alts, and I'll just start, like, you know, popping them into the invasion area and get a bunch of XP, and then kind of cycle out the alts. That's kind of how I've been leveling, and it's really cool. Like, it's not too repetitive. I'm not doing, like, you know, the questing over and over and over again. Like, it's not taking that long, and I can do it pretty quickly. Like, it really makes good use of my time, since I don't have as much of it. So, you know, it's kind of nice. You know, that, and like, just you know, another thing, it's kind of funny now that like things have kind of changed for me personally, my personal experience. Like, as much as I used to really hate the queue system, you know, like for dungeons and stuff like that, it's kind of grown on me now because it's so convenient. And I always understood that it was convenient, but I still do to a degree feel like, you know, it does kind of take away from the need to find a group. But at the same time, you know, in this, you know, for so many people, you know, who don't have the time because, you know, people have jobs, families, and that kind of stuff, it's kind of hard to, like, you know, find a group for stuff like that. The dungeon queue is really nice for stuff like that. Even though I still think, like, I don't know, like, having done it now, I do still miss the days of having, like, a group of friends to go to do dungeons with, because it's better. It just is. Like, the actual, like, it's less convenient. It was less convenient because, like, I had to, like, wait on them and stuff like that, but, like, it was more fun because I was with my friends, and, like, it just, the experience was better. Nowadays, it's like, you do a dungeon with 5 strangers, and if you're lucky, no one ever says anything. With, you know, and I guess I shouldn't say that. It's not, honestly, it's not all that bad. Like, it's, actually, people, in my experiences, like, especially recently, have been really cool. Like, people are pretty cool about stuff. You know, and I guess it's getting easier for me because I've been playing, like, so much Overwatch, and, you know, like, recently, like, I've like, over the past year, I've played a lot of Overwatch, and, you know, like, I guess that kind of helped me, because, like, believe it or not, even though I do YouTube videos, I'm weirdly antisocial. Like, I have a little bit of social anxiety. I think I've talked about this before. I mean, I'm sure I have. But, like, when it comes to dungeons and, like, playing video games online with, like, strangers, I have a little bit of a social anxiety there. And I think part of that's just because of how crazy online people can be. And I think, like, part of it is just learning to not care. Like, you know, and just kind of like move on from the bad and go from there. It's honestly, like, it's a lot like what it's like, I guess, if you're driving. You know, you're out on the road. Most people are, well, I mean, depends on where you are, but, like, most people are trying to obey the road, the laws of the road and stuff like that, and then you have that one douchebag who's just, like, awful. It almost kills you, and you get kind of ticked, and then you just kind of have to move on from it. Like, basically, that's kind of what it's like playing online games with people. Like, every now and then you have a jerk, and you just kind of, you know, well, whatever, and you kind of move on. So, like, doing dungeons is starting to get a little bit easier. But, you know, like I said, I still miss the days of having, you know, a group of buddies to run dungeons with. Those were the good old days. And that has more to do with circumstances than the actual game itself. I can't blame the game for that because, you know, right circumstances could come along and that could happen again. You know what I mean? So, like, just having people to talk to and play games with like that, like, people make, like, games better almost every time. Like, there's very rarely an occasion where a game is better enjoyed when you're by yourself. I mean, to each their own, I guess. I'm sure there are people that would disagree with that, but, like, you know, like, when my girlfriend and I are playing Mario together, it's so much more fun than when I'm playing Mario by myself. You know, like, I mean, we love doing that kind of stuff. So, like, even, like, playing Pokemon Go, like, walking around with her, you know, is way better than, you know, walking around by myself. Like, you know, so we have a lot more fun together doing that kind of stuff than we do by ourselves. So, like, you know, and or playing, I play a lot of Titanfall 2 lately with a friend. Friend on Xbox, we play that a lot. We play a little bit of Overwatch, you know, and it's always better when they're there. Even like a game like The Division, which really isn't that great of a game, but suddenly it becomes a little bit more fun when you have a friend to play it with. And so, like, for me, like, friends make games better. They just do. Like, I remember one time the same friend that I played Titanfall 2 and a lot of games with, honestly, on Xbox. One day we played through Army of Two. Like, not the original, it was one of the sequels. I can't remember exactly which one it was. And I don't know if you, I mean, again, people like what they like, and so if there's someone out there that likes Army of Two that's watching this, no offense, I don't think Army of Two is all that great of a game. How the heck do I get over there? But we played Army of Two together, and it was fun. Like, it was a lot of fun together. Like, it was a weird, like, crappy game that suddenly became kind of fun because, you know, playing with a friend. So, like, friends can honestly, like, really change, you know, your experience with the game and therefore change your overall view of the game. So, it's kind of funny just how much that can be true. So, you know, I don't know, like, I guess, like, my biggest challenge with this game right now, when I'm not doing a YouTube video, of course, is that, like, you know, just my circumstances and, like, so much has pulled me away from the game, and, you know, so many of my old friends don't play anymore, or just scheduling conflicts. You know, like, I mean, for the longest time, most of my friends who played, you know, I still consider friends, by the way. Don't take this wrong. It's not like I don't think of them as friends anymore, but, like, they were West Coasters. You know, I'm an Eastern Coast guy. So, and that used to be fine because, you know, I had free time and I could stay up late. I used to stay up till like 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm nuts. You know, so playing with them was a lot easier. Ooh, we got an extra quest. You know, like, back then it was easier to play with them because, like, you know, I'm up all night, they're playing, and we'd always be on together. Nowadays it's hard. It's hard because, you know, I'm not on the same time anymore. I'm usually on during the day. I'm usually on no later than like you know, I guess like late evening my time, like maybe around no later than like midnight, I guess. I used to start at midnight sometimes. So like it's a big change, and I guess like it's kind of hard because I play a lot by myself now, and it, you know, I can't get as into it as I used to because of that. Like, that's a big part of what made it fun. So, you know, that's one of the challenges, you know, and it also kind of shows you, you know, what aspects of, like, what circumstances can really make a game more enjoyable and what don't. And, you know, when you really look at it that way, you kind of, I guess, in some ways you realize how good and how bad a game can be. Like, you know, like, a part of what makes it so good are the people that you play with. And I think that's very true of this game, but I also don't want to take away from the fact that, you know, I've been playing this game for over a decade now, and I'm still having fun with it. You know, like, I've been known for criticizing this game in the past, and while I think there's a lot of room for improvement still, I also think that it's in a lot of ways better than it's ever been. Like, I think they've really come a long way with Legion. I think that Legion is really good, you know, and if you disagree, well, like, you know, part of me wonders why you would still play, because, like, you know, at some point in time, it's time to, you know, if you really don't like something, it's time to move on. And if I really didn't like this game, if I really thought it sucked, I wouldn't be playing it anymore, for sure. You know, especially over the last year, because I was kind of, you know, pulled away from it so much with life, and now I'm back because it's fun. And, you know, it is fun. It's still a lot of fun, you know. I still enjoy the game. So they're doing something right. I mean, and you know, I look forward to seeing what else they do. I still, like, you know, I still sometimes worry. I still wonder, you know, because, like, it's one thing to get it right with Legion, like, that's good, but, you know, that they're not out of the woods yet. They're still, you know, they got to be consistent. There's still future expansions and future patches and future things to do. And I think that, you know, I think that there's still a lot of room for them to grow in. Like, I mean, I say that as a fan, not as like as an authority. So, you know, take it for what it's worth. Like, you know, like, I don't know. Like, I was thinking about this. Like, I feel like part of it, I guess I don't have to do that anymore, do I? I should be paying attention. I think part of it for me is, you know what? Can we just, like, sneak past this and kill this guy? Part of me, like, wants more, you know, than just the norm. Like, you know, like, leveling is fun, and questing, and, you know, the gear grind is all staples of the game. It's whatever. Can I prowl? I'll just sneak, whatever. These guys are weak anyways, it doesn't really matter. But, like, I think, like, you know, when I play a game like, you know, Black Desert, you know, and there's so much more, like, I know I've talked about this before. It's been, like, months since the last time I talked, so I apologize if you're watching an old video, like the last video, and you're coming to this one at the same time. You're, like, binge watching this stuff, and I'm repeating myself. It's been a time skip between the last episode and this one, so if I repeat myself, I apologize. But, like, there's part of me that would love more to do in the game, just more to invest in, more to build up, you know, I guess, more to be a part of, I guess, like, just, like, whether it's building a house, you know, or, you know, building a city, or, you know, managing, you know, like having a follower system that's a little bit more in depth, but doesn't take away from the main part of the game. Like, I don't think that there should ever be a time where anything replaces questing, dungeons, gearing, grouping, raiding. I think that should always be the focus. But at the same time, you know, it would be cool if there was a less linear progression system and more of like a, hey, there's a few things to do, there's a few goals, there's a few, you know, tactics that you can do, like running a business, or, you know, like, you get to manage a shop and make money that way, or you know, there's, like, different things that you could do to earn money, which can all go towards, you know, your your rating to, like that kind of stuff. Like just a lot of different things. I would love to see them kind of, I guess, get more innovative. I think that like I saw a post on the Reddit, the WoW Reddit subreddit the other day, the Reddit subreddit, that was like, should there be a WoW 2, and if so, would you play? And yeah, I think so. I think that I think the world would love a WoW 2. Personally, I don't know. Like I would play for sure. I've been playing this game for, like I said, over a decade. I've got a lot invested, but that doesn't mean, like, it's like anything else. Like it's a game, and sooner or later, I'm looking for the next great game. And I think that if there ever was a WoW 2 to come out, and it's a clean slate, starting fresh, I would be okay with that. I would do that. I would make Kephas. We'd begin again. I do it every time I play a new game. Every time I play a new Zelda, I start from scratch. Every time I play a new Mario, I start from level 1. It's nothing new when it comes to gaming. It's a little bit different here because there's so much of an investment, but this doesn't have to go anywhere. I would love a new WoW. A WoW with an open world to explore, to experience, and do a few new things. Maybe with a little bit of an upgraded combat system. I don't know if it should be tab targeting or if it should be action combat. Like a lot of the newer ones are doing. I don't know if it should be survival. Probably not. That seems to be the craze right now, survival games. But there's a lot that they could do, and I would be okay with that. I'd be open to some new ideas, just some new ideas, and I guess that's part of what I'm hoping for. I think we're going to get something soon. I don't know if it'll be a Blizzard game, but I feel like, like we've come so far. Like there's a lot of okay games out there right now. Like there's a lot of like PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is doing great things with like a massive server. It's massive in that there may not be 2,000 people on your server, but you're playing with 100, which is pretty significant. I mean, it's one thing to have like thousands of people on your server, but you only run into a handful, versus having 100 people on your server and you're likely to interact with all of them at some point in time. That it may not seem as grand on page, but the experience itself is much, much grander than anything that I've seen, like, say in this game. I think at once, well, then again, I play with AIE, so I've probably seen 100 people at once. That was with a lot of effort. But most of the time, at most, I've seen maybe 40. Maybe a grand total of maybe 40 or more. Like I don't think I've ever seen consistently 100 people. Well, hello, server lag. That's cool. But I'm not saying one is better than the other, but I think like when you take a game like this and you start to innovate and you start to come up with some new ideas, and you look at games like Ark, for example, like that's got the taming thing going on. It's really fun. A lot of people like that kind of stuff. And you've got games like a new game, Dark and Light, which is honestly a great idea. It's just kind of in early access right now, so it's kind of I think the reviews on that game are a little bit more harsh than they should be. I think it's a little bit better than people are saying, having played a little bit of it myself. And if you'd like to see Dark and Light on this channel, let me know. I'll play a little bit of it and tell you what I think about it. But like it's very innovative. It's very cool. It's an RPG in that setting, in an Ark style game of survival and building and crafting and taming. It's more mythological, so it's kind of a fresh idea. And I'm not saying that they need to bring survival to WoW by any means, but I'm saying I would love to see some fresh ideas injected into the MMO. I'm actually about to check out the relaunch of Secret World, the free-to-play version, and see if it's any good. They changed the combat, I heard, and I played that a little bit. It's almost like you're playing Supernatural in an MMO or something. Like I feel like a demon hunter, like I'm like Dean Winchester or something crazy, so like, I mean, that's kind of cool, right? I mean, that interests me, so I'm gonna check that out and see what I think about it. Again, if you'd like to see that on here and you'd like to hear my thoughts, let me know in the comments below. So I'm always looking for, like, hoping for fresh. I think we all are. I think we all are open to fresh ideas. I think that for as good as Legion is, I don't think it really gave us any fresh ideas. I don't think the legendary system has worked out all that great. I don't think it's a fresh idea at all. I honestly feel like what the legendary system is to me is gutting the heirloom system and putting it on armor or weapons or whatever. Not weapons, because we have the artifact weapons. But like, to me, that's honestly what it is. Which is only so impressive. It's honestly not, because like, I mean, I've been playing not as much as most people. I've gotten 3 legendaries, and I've heard from a lot of people that's actually really good. So when you've been playing for over a year, it's been a year now almost, and 3 legendaries, it's not. It does make them feel, I guess, somewhat special, but then again, it doesn't, because I can only use a couple of them. I don't know. I don't really care for it. I'll just say that it doesn't. I don't enjoy it all that much. I just don't. I can't help it. So, you know, I don't think it's working out so well. I think the artifact weapon, though, on the other hand, minus the crazy artifact grind for knowledge, and just it's a continuous grind. I think it's cool. I like the idea. I think it's neat. I think it should be more seamless, though. Like, personally, I would rather just get experience with the weapon. Like, you get experience, like, rather than getting like items. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason why they chose to go with the item method versus the experience method. But excuse me, Ghost. I didn't see you there. But I feel like it would be more fun if you could just do it with experience. Like I don't know if anybody's ever played Dark Cloud, where they kind of had a weapon building system. It was kind of neat. Like something like that would be kind of cool, and you could like fuse items into your gear to augment it permanently, which was kind of neat. Maybe they could do something like that. I don't know, but like, so the system it's a cool idea. It feels a little bit dated already just because of how it's done. It feels a little like, oh, here's artifact item, use it, you get a little bit of, artifact power, that kind of thing. It's okay, I guess, but like, I feel like it could be a little bit more, a little better done. I also feel like the skill tree is okay. This is crazy. How are you supposed to navigate this thing? The skill tree is okay, but I'm sure there's a different way to get here, but whatever. But at the same time, it's a skill tree. It's the same skill tree we've seen before. So that's not super unique. And that's just, like I said, that's just my opinion. Like it's got some freshness mixed in with some old things, and that's kind of like why it's cool, and at the same time, I feel like they could do more. I don't know if they should do artifact weapons again in the next expansion. Like, I don't know if that's a good idea, because it's like we've already done it. But at the same time, I would be somewhat okay with it if they do something different. If they do something completely different. Okay, we have a weapon here, or an item here. What's it say? It says, raises an int from the nourishing remains of a dead dark scale scout. Alright. That would be... No, that's a Darkshore stag. That's not a dark scale scout. But we'll kill it anyways. Hey. Should have not messed, dude. So these things, obviously, we need to pick up. So yeah, I don't know. I think they could do it, but I also think that if they do artifact weapons again, they need to do something different. It needs to be something completely different, honestly. Like, well, maybe not completely. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to kill you. I guess I got all the guys I needed. But it definitely needs to be something fresh and something new. I mean, that's just, I guess that's what it is. Like, I guess, like, what I'm saying is I would like to see fresh and new ideas incorporated into the game, because it's it is such an old game, and that would really help it to keep going. Like, honestly, like, it would really make it fun again. I mean, you don't even need like to upgrade the graphics so much. I mean, sure, graphic upgrades are fine, but what really I think makes a game feel great and unique and fun is adding some new gameplay elements, or updating those gameplay elements. I think that's why I would be okay with a WoW 2, because it would it would be a fresh idea if they do something new. Kind of like, you know, with Destiny 2. Like, I'm really excited about Destiny 2. I hope it's good, but if it's the same game, it's not going to be all that exciting. Like, if it doesn't have some fresh new ideas in it, and if it's just the same thing, well, it's the same thing. And that the first one was okay, but a lot of people didn't even like the first one, so, which is funny because it's like always on the top, you know, rated games played on Twitch and on Xbox Live and PS4. It's weird, but like, people don't like it. So like, you know, they definitely could stand to do something fresh. When I played the beta, I didn't get a chance to put a video up for it, unfortunately. But when I played the beta, I did not see anything unique or new. I saw the same thing. And so, you know, but, you know, the beta was very limited in what it showed me. So, I mean, there were a couple new abilities, but to me, that's not enough. You need to do something different. So hopefully Destiny 2 will have more to offer in the actual game. But, like, I think that's honestly, like, what it comes down to, is just, you know, are there fresh ideas being used? You know, and that, you know, will it capture our interest again? I think Legion had enough of it. I think Legion did good, pretty good. But I'm hoping for some more, I guess, from the game. Like, that's just, that's my opinion about it. I don't know if you agree or disagree. Like I said, I think Legion's really good. It's been a lot of fun, even though I haven't really been like in the mainstream raiding scene, and you know, it's not like the Days of Wrath for me, like where it was just like Wrath of the Lich King. That is not like actual like Days of Wrath, like end time stuff or whatever. No, but like, you know, like it's not that level of awesome. But then again, part of what made that time so great was, you know, the people that I was playing with, and that's a big part of what made, you know, Wrath itself was amazing. But I think that if I had the same circumstances going on in the playing the game as I did with Wrath, I think that I would like Legion as much, and maybe even in some ways more, dare I say, than the legendary Wrath of the Lich King. So that's honestly how I feel about that. Now I need bear fur, and I don't know where the bears are, so... Oh, here's a bear. I didn't mean to kill it, though. Okay. Just want to take your fur, if that's okay. Thanks. Alright. There's a bear. I don't know why that first one attacked me. What the heck was his problem? I'm just gonna grab it like a little bit of a hair. Hey! Chill. Okay, fine. You guys wanna fight? I'll kill all you bears. I ain't got time for your moody bearhoodness. Bear freaking jerk face. Okay, last one. This is a weird zone. I don't know if I particularly... see? What's his problem? I just want his fur. Did I get it? Did I get his fur? No, I didn't. I need to get another one. Can I get bear fur over there? No, I gotta get something else over there. Alright. Well, oh, there's one. Okay. Hey, Mr. Bear. Nope, that's not one. That's an angry bear. Okay. There's one. Nope, that's a dead one. Let me find a bear again. Okay, so we need to find... What do we need here? We need Moonstalker whiskers. Okay. Moonstalkers. I believe those are these guys. Oh, cool. Just gonna sneak up here and grab some whiskers. Don't get mad at me or anything. Or do. Alright. Listen, you cats are not the cool cats. I am the cool cat here. I've got freaking tentacles. You've got nothing. See? So, take that. Alright, so we got those done. And I think this is honestly probably a good place to call it, you guys. So, before we go, I want to thank everybody for continuing to watch the videos on this channel and continuing to be a part of this. I appreciate all of your guys' feedback. I appreciate all your guys' support. You guys are awesome. And we're going to keep doing this series. And I got some other ideas I want to do too. A lot of gameplay coming to this channel. Just want to play some games, man. Just want to play some games. So, we want to get this going with another vote, because it won't be long before we leave Darkshore. I imagine next episode we will wrap up Darkshore, as we just hit level 18. So we want to start the voting for the next zone, levels 20 to 25. There will be 3 zones that you can choose from, and they are Duskwood, Ashenvale, and Hillsbrad Foothills. So you guys vote in the straw poll, which will be linked in the description below, and you guys pick which zone you want to see me go to next, and I will go there as soon as we hit level 20. So I thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for your support. Have a wonderful day. This is Kephas. Until next time.